Good communication is about understanding the emotions and intentions behind our words. A single phrase can either bridge understanding or create barriers. Hello and welcome. I'm Alan Stafford, a communications consultant. In this video, we'll uncover 5 phrases that can derail conversations, why we often say them, and how to respond more constructively. So let's uncover these 5 phrases, starting with a common one you've probably heard or used more times than you can count. These phrases often appear in arguments or discussions, especially when emotions run high. They sound accusatory and tend to exaggerate the other person's behavior, leading to defensiveness rather than productive dialogue. The phrase is often used to express frustration about recurring issues. And the phrase is, you always or you never. For example, you never listen to me. And I'm sure it's a phrase we've all said at some point, or heard at least. So what's a better way of expressing your concern? Try focusing on specific instances and discussing the actual impact of those behaviors. You might want to try something like, I've noticed that sometimes my concerns aren't heard. Can we talk about this? Calm down. How many times have you might have said that one? It might seem like a quick way to de-escalate a situation, but telling someone to calm down usually has the opposite effect, if you know what I mean. It can seem as if their feelings are being, disregarded. A better approach is acknowledging their feelings and offering a space to discuss them. Instead of saying, calm down, try something like, I see you're really passionate about this. Let's try to discuss it calmly. Remember, your delivery is as important as the words you choose. A typical response to feeling overwhelmed or disinterested is, I don't care, and sometimes, whatever. Even if said in frustration, I don't care can be incredibly hurtful. It shuts down the conversation and signals a lack of interest in the other person's perspective. Instead, try expressing your feelings honestly without closing off communication. Say something like, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed by this topic right now. Can we take a break and revisit it later? See, that was nice and smooth. Blame shifting can be an instinctive response, but it's not conducive to resolving issues. People often say things like, it's not my fault, to avoid blame or responsibility. Yet accepting some level of responsibility where appropriate can lead to more constructive problem solving. Focus on what can be done next rather than who's to blame. Try phrases like, let's focus on how we can solve this together rather than who's at fault. Up next is our 5th phrase to avoid in conversations, which we've all probably said on several occasions, including me.
Oh, no!
Oh, yes. Criticism is necessary at times, but it should be constructive. Dismissing someone's ideas or opinions outright by saying, that's stupid or that makes no sense, can close the door to further discussion. People often react this way when they disagree or lack understanding. Instead, try to understand the other person's perspective. And if you disagree, do so respectfully, explaining your point of view clearly and calmly. Try something like, I have a different perspective on this. Could you explain your reasoning more? Ultimately, it's not about agreeing or being correct, but having an honest and constructive dialogue that fosters a positive relationship. After all, there are over 8 billion different opinions on this planet, and we don't always agree, right? To conclude, communication involves much more than simply exchanging words. It's about empathy, respect, and a willingness to understand another person's perspective. Avoiding these types of statements opens the door to more constructive, respectful, and effective conversations. I want to thank you for joining me. Remember, the respect and understanding we show each other is key to effective communication. Don't forget to subscribe or follow for more tips on enhancing your communication skills. Until next time, keep the conversation going.